before you, looking right here at my guest tonight, gentleman Anthony Napolitano, I want to read you the list of Meadowlands drivers through the years, because right now he's on top of the standings. Buddy Gilmore, Ben Webster, Ted Wing, John Campbell, Bill O'Donnell, Jackie Moisea, Michael Chance, Luke Ouellette, Dave Miller, Ron Pierce, Brian Sears, and Yannick Gingras. Anthony Napolitano currently sits atop the standings. How you like that list there, Anthony?
I like it a lot. I've been fortunate from day one here over the winter, and I kind of ran with it from there. It's been working out better than I could have ever imagined, and I'm super happy. Has
your style changed in the last 3 months, or has the driving style of some of the others adapted to you being here?
Anytime that you go to different size tracks, you have to adapt to you know, the halves and miles and 5/8, of course. When I first came here, a lot of my moves were too early, and I was coming up short, and I had to regroup and figure out what I was doing wrong, and I kind of mastered that to an extent, and it's been working out for me.
What does your schedule look like right now, and how will that be changing in the next few months?
I'm going to try and open Poconos up with a bang, and I'm going to give it 2 weeks, and with these guys leaving for the Levy, it'll give me a chance to make up my mind and weasel my way back in here if I have to.
Okay, now you're going back to Pocono. What factor does George Napolitano, your brother, play into that? He's the defending leading driver there.
Yes, it's very difficult as brothers and being super competitive to race against one another consistently. So, you know, my main motive is to try to stay away from him, and I wouldn't mind making this my hometown, but for right now I got to mix it up with him this year and see how things pan out.
Now, you have a farm in Pennsylvania, right? And tell us a little bit about that. You doing any training of horses at all?
No, I kind of I own a couple with other trainers, not training anything myself right now, just focusing on driving, trying to be 110% with that. So I took a step back from training for now.
Do you think that your first several months here this year might open some eyes of owners and trainers where when Grand Circuit time comes around, Meadowlands Pace, North America Cup, you might now be in the mix for horses like that?
I hope so. We'll see what the future brings, and hopefully, you know, people are recognizing me driving at the Meadowlands and doing well, and this is the place to do it at and get recognition. It's put all the drivers, all the top drivers, on the map. So I'm hoping to hitch a ride with a big stable and a nice pony, and hopefully I can have some luck in a stake race down the line.
You've won races at a lot of different tracks, but it's somehow a little bit different winning at the Meadowlands. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a feeling like no other. You can win 5 at Poconos, and you know nobody really recognizes it. Like if you win a couple at the Meadowlands, this place is just magic all the way around.
We're going to take a look at a horse that you drive for Steve Cravani, Bullville Maggie now. We'll go back to January when she won. You're doing some good work for Steve Cravani and other trainers. Tell us what kind of horse is Bullville Maggie, who's racing in tonight's card too?
You know, always seems to pan out for that horse. In this class, there are some tough horses dropping down. One I'm not driving from the outside. Scott Zuron's on tonight. Could blow by that field late, but you know, I'm gonna mix it up early and try to you know, work out a nice trip, and hopefully I can outpace him in the stretch.
If you had your choice between driving in a race with 7 or 8 top drivers or 2 or 3 top drivers and the rest average, what would you pick?
The top drivers for sure. They're so much easier to drive with. They're just that much harder to beat. They're very patient, and their skill set is you know, high.
And I don't think a lot of people realize how high the skill set is at the Meadowlands until you actually get here and drive night in and night out with these guys.
Yes, of course. I learned so much. I feel like I became such a better driver, driving with the best, and I'm really looking forward to see what the future holds.
Before we let you go, how long did it take you to get to feel comfortable driving here?
I've been here a few times actually. It just didn't work out, and I kind of just called it quits. This year, I was kind of in that same boat, but took a little more chances, and it just fell into place. So, you know, I'm gonna continue coming until things just aren't the same.
Okay, well, Anthony Napolitano, it sure sounds good when you say leading driver right behind your name. Thanks for stopping by. Next up, we're going to have a little bit of the luck of the Irish as Jonathan Dunn from Ireland is going to join us.